So good to see everybody. But I'm going to talk today about a big problem that we have in Ethereum, an ecosystem that I love very dearly. I've been building in for almost a decade now. So first of all, does anybody here, can you guess what either of these numbers are? Don't be afraid, please, someone. Fortune favors the bold. Anyone? That was pretty close. That's our estimated daily active users on the Ethereum network, 400,000 DAUs. And on the left there, that is estimated FTV at any given point in time for the Ethereum network. So if you look at this, we are valuing a single user on the Ethereum blockchain at $500,000. To put that in perspective, if you look at a company like Meta, right, their valuation to daily active user ratio is about $500. YouTube's is $200. For Ethereum, we're valuing a single user at $500,000. So there's two things that you can take away from that. One is that a user on a blockchain is much more valuable than a user in a traditional web app, sure. But at 1,000x disparity between how we typically value tech startups relative to their user bases, what this also tells me is that we have a lot of work to do to bring users on chain as soon as possible before that number on the left goes and pops and takes away everything that we care about so much. The problem is there's not a whole lot to get people to do on chain, right? I got suckered into this whole thing back before Ethereum even existed on Bitcoin with the promise of financial sovereignty and being your own bank and burning down the Fed. But we're not going to get the next billion users just from financial tools. And for proof, we have Jesse from Base. God bless him. He's out there on the sidewalks literally giving people Bitcoin for free if they download the Coinbase wallet, and people don't have time for it, right? So we need to figure out something else for these people to do besides money on Ethereum. Now, if you're here, like me, you're probably kind of weird. I don't know what most people in the world want to do on the computer. I certainly don't use Facebook. I go on the internet to build stuff and learn more, and not really like your typical app user or consumer. But there's a beautiful group of people in the world who have spent years building stuff for people to do on the internet, on their mobile devices, and they are called app developers. I am one of them. And while I've spent most of my career focused on B2B software, there is an army of developers out there that have beautiful ideas for things that they want to build and bring to the world. Now, we need those people to be on Ethereum as soon as possible to deal with that disparity that I just showed you between our current actual adoption and the value of the ecosystem that we're all a part of, and I, for one, rely on to make a living and care about very much from a philosophical and from a sense of my own personal survival. So why would an app developer come on chain? Well, there's a few things that we've proven work quite well in our world. One, you can launch a token and raise money in a new way that can get you global capital, even to people that don't have existing investor networks or experience fundraising. Number two, we can use tokens to activate, scale, and monetize communities at a pace that has never before existed, even on the internet, right? You can essentially hack your way to going viral by using tokens as an incentive mechanism to build and activate communities. And number three, you can achieve liquidity for smaller scale businesses. So if you're a developer who doesn't want to go down the venture route, or who doesn't want to wait until an IPO opportunity to potentially exit, tokens are a beautiful way to do that. And these have all been proven many, many times over the years as Web3 has searched for other product market fit beyond conferences. I think that tokenization has and always will be the killer app for blockchains. So the problem is there's no app store for Ethereum. And I'm not talking about a place to go, get your app discovered and download it, right? This isn't a proprietary ecosystem, so anybody can ship an app to ETH, and most of them are open source. Everything that we build at Decent is open source. But there's no end-to-end tool chain for a developer to launch a product in this ecosystem. And the problems really start when you want to go on chain or when you want to tokenize. It's not like there's not developer tooling for Ethereum. It's like a decade-old ecosystem. But in Ethereum, software isn't just code, right? Software is economics. It is your business. Software is your community, right? Your token is how you create a network and how you activate it. And software is law. And I mean that both in the code is law sense and in the sense that if your smart contracts do a no-no, you might go to jail. Those are a bunch of reasons for app developers not to go on chain. It makes it very complicated. Decent has spent years and millions of dollars in venture capital to do the things that we care about and that we want to do, and that is the exact opposite of what crypto was promised to me as many years ago, as a more accessible way and as a means to level the playing field for regular people. So what we've been working on at Decent for the last few years is a platform that allows developers to launch their projects on chain and to tokenize easily, that has taken into consideration everything that a product needs to do on chain in order to do this beyond their software, right? So that means deploying a token, launching that token, distributing that token, managing streaming investing management for that token, engaging the community that you've bootstrapped as a result, managing on-chain assets collectively as a community. Everything from conceptualization of the on-chain aspect of a product all the way through long-term community engagement and treasury management and governance. Those are problems that need to be solved, and they need to be solved in a way that doesn't cost $381,000, which is exactly how much money we spent on legal and advisory fees to launch the Decent Foundation and the Decent Token. So that's what we've been working on. It's a platform that gives builders, developers, founders a no-code solution to launching their token and their product on chain. So that you can focus on the app that you're building. You can focus on the audience that you're building for. You can focus on the business that you're building instead of looking at the smart contracts and blockchain itself as the problem that you're solving. I can't tell you how many founders we've built with over the years that have a vision for something that they can build in Web3 that's never been possible before, and then spend 2 years and all of their money solving things that every single other project has already solved. And having to DIY this entire thing. It's like if you had to build iOS in the App Store every time you wanted to launch a mobile app. There wouldn't be very many mobile apps. So there's only one piece of this pie now that is missing, and that's you. If you're an app developer, who's a developer in this room? It's an ETH event. There should be quite a few. It used to be just developers. Okay, I saw some. Come on, dude. Being dev's cool. Come on, let's go. Who's a dev? Let's go. Come on. Okay, cool. Vibe coders count. So my call to action, right, in our effort to manifest this vision that we all share, we're all building the same thing here, which is this tokenized future, is that we need more applications on Ethereum to grow our user base that aren't just be your own bank, because I love that. And if you're in this room, you probably love that. Most people on the planet love banks because they can call them when they accidentally get scammed or buy something that they didn't need. So yeah, if you are an app developer who's interested in taking advantage of the token economy and look at programmable equity as a way to build a better business, then we want to help you. You can say hi to Rachel up here in the front or Leah back there in the back from our team, these wonderful people. And we'd love to talk about how to bring you on chain using Decent. Thank you.
Amazing, guys. Let's hear for Parker one more time.